Have you ever wondered what would happen if the Earth, our home, suddenly stopped spinning? It sounds like the plot of a disaster movie, right? But let's dive into the science behind this crazy idea. The Earth is spinning incredibly fast, over 1,6 kilometers per hour at the equator. If it came to a screeching halt, the consequences would be absolutely catastrophic. First, let's talk about momentum. Everything on the surface that isn't nailed down, and I mean everything, from people and the cars, the buildings and the oceans, would continue moving at that incredible speed. It would be like being in a car that crashes into a wall at over 1,000 kilometers per hour. The force would be immense, creating a global disaster zone. Nothing would be left standing. Imagine winds so powerful they'd scour the surface of the planet, and the tsunamis of unimaginable size sweeping across the continents. It would be an extinction-level event in the blink of an eye. But let's imagine a slightly less dramatic scenario. What if the Earth slowed down and stopped gradually, over a very long time? The outcome would still be incredibly strange and hostile to life as we know it. One of the most immediate changes would be the length of our days and nights. A single day would last an entire year. This means one side of the planet would face the sun for 6 straight months, while the other side would be plunged into a 6-month-long night. Think about the temperatures. The sun-facing side would become a scorching desert, hot enough to boil water. Any remaining oceans would evaporate, creating a thick, suffocating atmosphere. Meanwhile, the dark side would become an icy wasteland, colder than Antarctica. A permanent, narrow twilight zone might exist between these two extremes, where the sun is always on the horizon. This tiny strip of land might be the only place with temperatures that could potentially support life, but it would be a very different kind of life. The Earth's magnetic field would also be in big trouble. This field, generated by the motion of the planet's molten iron core, protects us from harmful solar radiation. If the spinning stops, the dynamo effect that creates the magnetic field would likely cease. Without this protective shield, the sun's radiation would bombard the surface, stripping away our atmosphere and making life impossible. We'd be as exposed as Mars is today. And what about the shape of our planet? The Earth isn't a perfect sphere. It bulges slightly at the equator due to its rotation. If it stopped spinning, gravity would pull it back into a more perfect spherical shape. This would cause a massive redistribution of our oceans. Water from the equator would rush towards the poles. This would create 2 enormous polar oceans and a single, giant supercontinent wrapped around the middle of the planet. Forget the 7 continents we know. We'd have one big landmass called Equatoria. The view from this new world would be bizarre. The sun would rise in the west and set in the east, but it would do so only once a year. The moon would still orbit us, but its cycle would look very different. The stars would appear fixed in the sky, no more longer wheeling overhead each night. Our entire perception of time and the cosmos would be fundamentally altered. So, could this ever actually happen? Thankfully, the laws of physics say no more. The Earth's rotation is incredibly stable, locked in by the conservation of angular momentum from when the solar system was formed. There's no more known force in the universe that could just stop our planet's spin. It's a fun, albeit terrifying, thought experiment that really makes you appreciate the delicate balance that makes life on Earth possible. The constant, silent spin of our planet is one of the most fundamental reasons we're all here. From the length of our days to the shape of our continents and the very air we breathe, everything is connected to the simple, continuous motion. It's a powerful reminder of how intricate and interconnected our world truly is. I hope you found this cosmic journey interesting. If you have other wild what-if scenarios you want me to explore, drop them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the wonders of our universe. See you next time.